Okay, so let's try, okay, with our problem. So I prepared two problems here, and I think you are familiar with this kasi na-post na to sa lecture ninyo. But let us discuss, okay, how are we going to come up with an ERD, okay? Sige. Okay, for problem number 1, okay, consider a university database systems that stores information about students, courses, and enrollment. Okay, dun pa lang sa first statement, makikita nyo na we have how many entities? Ilan yung entities natin dyan? Ha? O sagot kayo para alam ko kung naintindihan nyo. Kasi wala na tayong ano yan, mahirapan na kayo mag-question yan next time. O, tatlo, di ba? O, pwede natin dito i-drawing para nababasa ko pa rin. Okay, so meron tayong students. Okay. Sige, so we have a student. And then we have, okay, courses. And we have enrollment. Okay? So according to the steps, okay, balik tayo dun sa step natin. Sabi dun sa step natin, we have to identify first the entity. So, na-identify na natin yung entity. Tama? Okay. Sige, balik tayo doon sa question natin kanina. Okay, na-identify na natin yung entity. This time, we have to identify now the relationship. O sino-sino ba mga magkarelasyon dyan? Si student ba tsaka si enrollment? Si course ba tsaka si enrollment? Or si student at tsaka si course? Okay, so bago natin ma-identify yung, basahin natin yung next statement. Okay, according to the next statement, each student has a unique student ID. Entity ba to? Itong student ID? Entity ba to? Kailangan ko bang gumawa ng student ID entity rito? Ha? Bakit? Ha? Hindi naman to entity. This is the attribute of student. Hindi siya entity. Attribute siya. Adjective siya ng student. Okay. How about name? Entity? Ha? Okay. Attribute for the entity student. And, anong tawag dito? Date of birth. Okay. Attribute for the student. Okay. So, ibig sabihin, hindi tayo gagawa ng entity dito sa statement na to. How about in the next statement? Each course has a unique course ID. Entity, attribute pa rin. Title, attribute pa rin. And then credited value, attribute pa rin for the course. Ha? Okay, pero we have to follow the steps. Okay, we have to identify all of the entities and then afterwards, we have to identify the relationship. Kaya mamaya na natin to gagawin. Okay? Next, the students can enroll in multiple courses. Okay? So it's one to many. Tama? Pero ang question, sino itong pinag-uusapan nating entities? Kasi this statement is actually telling us na there is a relationship between the two entities. But sino kaya dito? Tatlo to. Okay, yun, may narinig na ako. Sabi, si student daw at saka si course ang may relation. Kasi sabi dito, a student can enroll in multiple courses. So, lagay natin dito sa student and lagay natin si courses. So, maglalagay tayo ngayon ng relationship. Lagyan natin siya rito ng line. Tapos, lagyan natin siya ng okay, lagyan natin ng diamond. Sabay yung diamond dito. Wag nyo akong gagayahin na. Draw IO ang gamitin nyo. Okay? So here, the students, okay, enroll in many courses. Anong cardinality natin dito? Okay? We have 1 and then nakikita ba? O, sige, many. Okay na. Tapos na tayo dito. Okay, each course can have multiple enrolled student. Okay? So meaning, pagbalik dito, many student na. Tama? So meaning, okay, buwa tayo dito. Okay. Course lang to. Okay, so we have one. And then many. Okay lang? Okay. Next. Okay, an enrollment record, okay, also includes in the semester in which the student is enrolled in a particular course. Paano ngayon tong sa enrollment? Sinong karelasyon nito? Wawa naman to. Oh. Si student ba or si course? Okay, sige. Para mas maintindihan natin, okay, pag-isipan natin kung ano ba yung laman, okay, nitong enrollment na to. Ano kaya yung laman ng enrollment? Okay, an enrollment record, okay, also includes semesters. It means ito, attribute to, di ba? Okay, in which the student is enrolled in a particular course. Okay, given that statement, ano kaya yung possible values ng enrollment? Okay, so pwedeng, we have student 1. Okay, kunyari yan yung student, first student natin. Sakit sa mata? Yun nga yung gusto ko eh. Sige, masakit daw sa mata. Iyan na natin. Kaya hindi ko kasi makita yung itong statement. Ayan, sige. Ayan. So, student 1, okay, naka-enroll siya, kunyari, kay CS121. Okay? Si student 2, naka-enroll siya, or kay student 1, naka-enroll din siya kay CS122. Okay? Student 1, okay, naka-enroll pa rin kay CS123. Okay? So, these are the possible values. Okay? And another thing, si student 2, naka-enroll siya kay CS121. Okay lang. Ito yung mga possible na transaction dito sa enrollment. Kasi based on their rule, each student, okay, tanggalin na natin to. Okay? Student can enroll in multiple courses. Oh, naintindihan tong part na to? Okay? So meaning here, okay, we have one student named student 1 and naka-enroll siya kay CS121, CS122, and CS123. Okay lang. Okay lang sa part na yon. Okay? So, ito yung possible na content nitong enrollment plus the attribute semester. Tama. Ang question ko, okay, sige, lagyan natin ng value tong course, ha? Yung value ng course, ano yung mga possible values? Okay, CS121, CS122, and CS123. Si estudyante, ano ang possible na values? Okay, we have the student, okay, student 1, student 2. Okay lang dun sa part na yon? Yung mga possible values ng mga entities? Okay. Ang question ko, kanino may relationship si enrollment? Ha? Kanino siya may, kaninong pareho? Okay, kay student at saka kay course. Okay, so correct, di ba? Actually, kanina, tama naman yung ano natin, tama naman yung relationship natin kanina na a student may enroll to several courses. Tama yon. Okay, tama yung relationship natin. Kaya lang we have actually a third entity, and this third entity contains the transaction records na in-specify dito yung relationship between student and a course. Okay? So meaning, tatanggalin natin yung relationship na kinreate natin between student and course. Because here in the enrollment, it is actually creating a records or it generates a report or a records that contains relationship between student and course. Kasi dito nakalagay, student 1 enrolls sa CS121, student 1, CS122, student 1, CS123. So now, what we can do is we have to create a relationship between a student and an enrollment and courses. Okay? So we are not going to directly create a relationship between a student and a course. Kasi dito sa estudyante, ang laman may student ID or student numbers, and si course, yung mga subject. So sino ngayon ang mag-hold ng records na mag-indicate ng relationship between student and the course? And that is important. So in this case, the enrollment serves as the bridge. Okay? Kasi hindi natin pwedeng itago itong record dito. Kasi this one contains only courses. Hindi natin pwedeng itago dito kay student because there is a student and it contains the names of the student only. And this record is actually contains combinations of the student and the course. And this one is showing that there is a relationship between the student and the course. And here, based on the record, kaya yan na sinasabi sa inyo kasi next time kayo mag-a-analyze. Given ang mga records, kayo ngayon mag-a-analyze ang mga tables of relationship. Okay? So dito, kung hindi ang given, okay, ito lang ang binigay sa inyo, makikita nyo na dito, meron tayong student at meron course. At merong relationship yung student at saka sa course. And based on the record, yung the same student, tatlo yung different courses niya. So it means we have the student and course. Okay, and the relationship or the coordinate is 1 to 2. Even ito lang yung this. Okay, that's why we have another entity, and the relationship is not directly student to course, but instead we will be having a bridge table or a bridge entity that expresses the relationship between the two. Kasi ito yung transaction. Okay na? O ngayon, ang question, ano ngayon yung cardinality? So dito natin i-apply ngayon yung cardinality natin na one student, okay, may have many courses. And then one course here can be assigned to many students. Okay? Tama ba? Kaya na, ito yon one to many, and then one to many pabalik. Di ba kanina? Oh. So, we are using here the bridge. Okay? Bridge table or yung bridge entity natin. Question. Okay pa? Sige, let's move with another problem. Ito, mahirap na itong problem na to kasi it will contain several numbers of entity. Okay, let's read. Okay, consider a library system with the following requirements. Okay, a library has multiple books. Okay, ilista natin yung mga entities natin. O, dun sa first statement, Ano-ano yung mga entities natin dito? Okay, a library has multiple books. O, ano yung entity natin dito, andito sa statement na to? Entity. Okay, we have library. Tama? Okay. Ilagay natin. Second. Okay. So we have books. Okay. Next. Each book is written by one or more authors. So author is another entity. Okay lang. Ay, sorry. Author pala. Okay. Each book has a unique ISBN. Is ISBN another entity? No, because ISBN is attribute for the book. Okay? Next, each author has a unique author ID. Author ID entity, attribute. Okay, next, each book can have multiple copies. Okay, entity, copy. Okay lang? Okay, next. Each copy of a book can be borrowed by one or more library members. Which one is the entity? Huh? Okay, member. Okay lang? Okay. And then each library member has a unique member ID. Okay. Huh? Attribute yan. My member ID. Okay. Ito, pag-usapan natin, ito lang yung business rule. Ito, pag-usapan natin. Okay, let's use our common sense. Kaya hindi ganun ka-complete. Okay? Yung rules dito. Okay? Sabi dito, meron tayong members and that members is actually allowed to borrow books from the library. Okay lang? Sinabi pa dito kung ilang library meron tayo? Oh, sinabi ba dito kung ilang library meron tayo? Ba't na kailangan pa natin ng library entity kung isa lang naman ng library? Pwede namang book hanggang members lang. Ba't kailangan pa ng library? We need to maintain the record for a library. Kung isa lang naman ng library. Ha? The reason why there is a library here may be that area contains several numbers of libraries. Like for example, sa mga schools, may mga schools na for each department, they have their own library. Kunyari, engineering department, they have their own library. And that library contains all of the advances or specialized books for related to engineering. Dito sa atin, isa lang library natin. But sa yes, dun sa sa Hapos sa Mapua, meron tayong main library, ilan bang library dun? Kasi dun sa school namin, meron kaming dalawang library. Isang main library, marami yon. It means that lahat ng mga general subjects nandun. Okay? And then meron din kaming library, nung time ko meron din kaming library doon sa communication arts kasi yun yung big population during that time. They have their own library then. So dalawa yung library namin. So meaning yung books, pwedeng matagpuan into different locations. Kaya we have to maintain a record of the library. Kasi saan pong library yun? Okay? So example dito, sa room, kung isa lang ang room sa Mapua, do we need to keep a record for a room? Isa lang naman. So ibig sabihin, everybody will conduct a class here. After ito, may isang class naman. After ito, may isang class naman. Isa lang yung room natin. You don't need to keep a record for one. So ang higit na lang natin ng record is yung schedule ng classes. Because we have several numbers of classes. But since we have several numbers of rooms, that's why we need to keep a records of the rooms. Okay? So dito, the reason why we need to keep a record for a library, okay, most probably, it contains different numbers of or different locations ng mga library. Okay? Kaya siya nag-create tayo dito ng isa pang entity. Okay, how about members? Okay, pag-usapan natin yung member. Okay, ng library. Okay, pag sa members ng library, iba-iba kasi yung rule. Okay? Pwedeng, once na estudyante ka, once na teacher ka, once na employee ka, you could be a member of the library. Meaning, you are allowed to borrow. Tama? Tama. Okay. If everyone is actually has a permission to borrow books in the library, and immediately after you register or after you hire, you are a member. Let's say, i-combine natin yung total numbers of employees, total numbers of students, and total numbers of teachers. So we might have around, let's say, 7,000. Kunyari lang. So meaning, kung ganun ang business rule, dito sa library na to, we need to keep a record of 7,000 members. Whether you are borrowing or you borrowed a book or not, you are part of the record. Kaya lang kung gano'n ang rule, sayang yung space. Diba? You are keeping 7,000 records and only 5 of them are actually borrowing the books. Kaya dito, most probably, ang rules dyan, okay, pwedeng enrolled ka, pwedeng hired ka, okay, pero you will be considered as a member of library if in case you borrow at least one book. Kailan? Kung gano'n yung policy, kung gano'n yung business rule, meaning, yung record ng library, kung 5 lang yung nag-borrow, 5 lang first. Unlike kanina, na once you're enrolled, automatic you are a member. Okay? So meaning, in this case, you are a student, you are enrolled, you have a permission, or you have a privilege to be a member, but not necessarily you are now a member. Kasi hindi ka nag-borrow pa. Okay lang. So yun na, ang binibigay ko sa inyo is 2 different business rules. Kaya bakit natin nasabi yun? Kasi hindi na ka-indicate eh. So ang mangyayari dyan is mag-iisip tayo, mag-a-analyze tayo. Okay? Kaya yun yung na-analyze ko. Dalawa yung possible na rules. It's either, once you are enrolled, automatic you're a member. Or, another option, okay, you are a student, but you are not yet a member. Magiging member ka lang once nag-borrow ka ng book. Okay lang? Sige. Okay. Sige. So, are we done with this? Na-identify na natin yung mga entities? Sige, na-identify natin yung entities, ha? Okay, next, let's move with the next steps. Ano ba yung next step natin? Okay, idodraw na natin yung, okay, yung mga entities. Okay, library. Okay, what else? Okay, book. Okay, next. Okay, author. Okay, next is, okay, copy. And, sorry, member. Okay na. Okay, we're done with the entities. Next, ano yung step natin? We have to identify the relationship. O sino-sino dyan ang magkakarelasyon? Si library ba tsaka si member? Si book ba tsaka si member? Si author ba tsaka si library? Or si author tsaka si copy? Okay, babalikan natin ngayon yung business rule. According sa business rule, a library has multiple books. Tama? Tama ba? So, anong ibig sabihin nun? Sinong may relationship? Okay, so library at saka si book. Okay? So, maglalagay tayo ngayon ng connection between these two. Okay? So, bahala na kayo maglagay mamaya ng ano dito ng mga relationship. Okay. So, ano ngayon yung cardinality nito? Okay, so sa isang library, okay, and then we have many books. Okay na, sa part na yon. Okay lang? Okay, let's go back here. Each book is written by one or more authors. Oh, sino ngayon yun? Ha? Okay, book and author. Okay, so maglagay tayo ng link between book and author. So ano yung cardinality nito? Okay, one book may, okay, many. Okay na. Okay, balik tayo sa rule. Okay, each book has a unique ISBN, so attribute to, so no problem. Okay, each author has a unique author ID, no problem. This is attribute. Each book can have multiple copies. Okay, so book and copy. Okay. Nasusundan. Okay, ano yung cardinality? Okay, sorry. Okay, we have one is too many. Okay. Then let's go back here. Okay, each library member has a unique member ID. Okay na? Done? Okay, let's go back here. Paano ngayon si member? Sino ngayon ang karelasyon niya? Ha? Which one? Okay, each copy of the book can be borrowed by one or more library members. So meaning, sino ngayon ang may relationship doon? Ha? Okay, so copy and member. Nakuha kung bakit copy and member? Sige, ganito ha. Bago natin explain sa kanila kung bakit merong relationship si copy at saka si member, why not member and book? Ang hinihiram naman niya book. Bakit ang relationship na kay copy? Eh, ang hinihiram naman niya book. Hindi, sige. So, para mas maintindihan natin nung iba, okay, explain muna natin dito kung ano yung mga possible values ng bawat entity. Si library, pwedeng meron siyang, okay, main library. Kunyari, main library. Okay, and let's say engineering library. Dalawa lang muna. So these are the possible values. Okay lang? Okay, dun sa book, okay, ano-ano yung mga possible books na makikita natin dito sa book entity na to? Okay, pwede tayong magkaroon ng Math 1, okay, Math 2, what else? English 1, okay, English 2. Okay lang? Okay? Then we have here for the author, okay, sino-sino itong mga authors na to? Okay, bigyan natin sila ng pangalan. Okay, it could be author 1, author 2, author 3. Okay lang? Okay lang? Oh, sasagot kayo kasi baka mamaya marami kayong questions after this. Okay, how about the copy? Ano kayang laman ng copy? Okay, sabi dun sa copy, it's a name of the book plus the number of copies. Tama? So it means we have here Math 1, 100 copies. Possible, di ba? Okay, Math 2, okay, we have 5 copies. Okay, English 1, okay, we have 4 copies, and English 2, okay, 3 copies. Okay lang. Sa copy. Kung ano yung mga possible values ng copy. O kung hindi pa rin naiintindihan, balik tayo dito. Each copy of, okay, each book can have multiple copies. Okay lang? So, here we have a copy entity, and these are the possible values. The name of the book and the number of copies. Okay lang, part na yon. Tama? Okay, si member, okay, ano-ano ba yung mga possible na values ni members? Pwedeng student 1, okay, student 2, okay, teacher 1, okay, and then we have also guest 1. Okay lang? Ito yung mga possible. Okay. So, here in the business rule, sabi niya, each copy of a book, okay, can be borrowed by one or more library members. So, sino ngayon ang may relationship dito? Copy and the member. Naintindihan sa part na yon kung bakit may relationship sila, okay? So, maglalagay tayo ngayon na relationship between these two. Okay, so we have copy and then the member. Okay, and what is the cardinality? Okay, so we have one to many because it says here that one copy can be borrowed by, okay, one member. Okay lang? Tama? Tama ba? Balik tayo dito. Okay, each copy of a book can be borrowed by one or more. So it means, one to many. Kapag hindi, pag-alanganin kayo, balik lang dun sa rule. Ha? Okay, so one to many. Okay lang doon sa part na yon. Okay. Okay, ang question natin, okay, who will keep? Okay, kasi dito walang naka-indicate na transactions, okay, na kung saan ang member ay nag-borrow ng book. Tama ba? Okay, so let's say we have possible values since this is a borrowing. Okay, borrowing yung borrowing of books ng library to. So pwedeng si student 1, okay, magbaborrow siya ng math 1, okay, 1 copy. Okay? Sorry. And then si student K1, okay, magbaborrow din siya ng math 2, 1 copy. Si guess, okay, magbaborrow siya ng math 1, 1 copy. Okay? And then, si teacher, magbaborrow siya ng English 1, 1 copy. Tama po ba? May ganito bang transaction? Okay. So, kung may ganitong transaction, okay, which among of the given entity will hold this following transaction? Let them think. Sino nga yung mag-handle niyan ng mga values na yan? This is a legit transaction, tama? Kasi borrowing to eh. Pero wala na, sino mag-hold nito? Pwede ba nating ilagay yung values na to dito sa library? Hindi, kasi library, mga names to ng library. Tama? O dito natin save sa mga authors. Hindi rin, di ba? Hindi akma, no? It's not related, the values is not related to authors. O dito na lang sa book. Hindi pwede kasi may pangalan ng borrower. Eh dito na lang kaya sa copies. Hindi rin pwede kasi copies lang ang naka-indicate dito. O how about sa members na lang? Hindi rin pwede kasi members na pangalan lang ito ng mga registered members. So meaning, we need additional entity. Okay? So, anong ibig sabihin nito? If in the given process, it is clearly stated na 5 lang talaga yung entity. But in your analyzation, after you analyze the situation, after you analyze the process, you found out that you need another entity to hold the transaction record. So it means do not limit yourself with the numbers of entities which is available in the business process. Kasi you have all the right to mag-create ka ng bagong entity because that is proper and that is the design of the, yes.
So with every transaction, it's supposed to be because the transaction is supposed to be.
No, anything there.
So a new entity will always be added to the transaction.
Not necessarily meaning na ganun, but
basically kasi, there should be, parang variable. If you have a value, you need a storage. Tama? And this is a legit value. Record to eh. Itong value na to, it actually signifies na ito yung nangyayaring transaction between this entire ERD. But the problem here, sinong entity ang mapuhold nitong values nito? Kaya dito, i-specify ko eh. Ito yung mga possible values nitong entity na to. Kasi itong entity na to, kapag dating sa physical model, ito yung mga tables. At itong mga to, ito yung laman. Kaya I am actually writing here the possible values para at least you will be able to analyze na, oh, I need a storage for this legit transaction. Okay? Pero, kung hindi naman to borrowing, walang borrowing na nangyayari. This is not a borrowing system. Okay? We just want to keep our records of all of this entity, mga possible values. You don't need this. Kasi hindi borrowing ang pinag-uusapan natin. Okay? Kung ang pinag-uusapan natin is just the inventory, we don't need this. Because this one and this one is enough. So we have to monitor the names of the books and the number of copies. Inventory lang eh. And if, let's say, ang process is we want to know, okay, who are the enrolled students, the hired professors, hired employees, but not a member of library. Ano kailangan lang natin? Diba? Check na lang. Okay? Kaya yun yung dahil kung sinasabi yung scope, yung rules, yung policy. Kasi not everything here. Diba? We are actually having a wide range of entity, but it doesn't mean there should be a relationship. It doesn't mean we need to include that one in the library or in the ERD. Okay? So here, since this is borrowing, and we have a legit transactions here, legit records, and no entity or no tables will hold this, meaning you have to add another
Entity. Anong lalagay natin entity rito? Anong lalagay natin entity? Ha? Pwede nating, bahala na kayo maglagay ng name ng entity doon, but make it sure it should be descriptive. So let's say borrowing. Okay? And this borrowing entity contains these records. Okay? Ngayon, ang question, ayan, nagdagdag tayo ng panibagong entity. Mamumblema na naman tayo sa relasyon nito. O, sino ang karelasyon ngayon ni borrowing? Ha? Okay. So, kung sisilipin natin itong mga values na to, we have the value of the members and the value of the copies. So, meaning, this entity is a bridge. Okay? So, ilalagay natin siya dito sa gitna. Okay? We will remove the relationship between copy and the member. Okay lang? Okay? And we will create a relationship between copy and borrowing and member and borrowing. Okay lang. Ang question, ano ngayon ang cardinality nito? Okay? So, one copy for one member. Okay? So, we have here one, okay, or one copy for several numbers of members. Okay, so we have here one, two, many. And one member can borrow question.
Okay lang? O, ayan na. Medyo mahirap na to kasi anin na to. So, if in case, meron pang madadagdag na rules dyan, it means you need to add more entities. So, do not limit yourself with the available entities that specifies in the business rules. If there is a need na you need to add more entities, then it's fine. Okay?
So, okay, so next natin, we have here Okay, a similar solution using the conceptual. Again, pag conceptual, entity and relationship lang. Conceptual. Kanina, di ba, may indicator ako? O, balik tayo dito. Ayan, kapag conceptual, entity and relation. Kapag logical, may foreign keys, primary keys. Kapag physical, tables na. Okay? So, ito na. O, konti na lang to. And then after that, you're free na. Okay? And I'm also free na sa ERD. Okay, next. Asa na yun? Ayun. Conceptual models. We have here relationship and entity. Okay lang? Similar lang yan, ha? Okay. Logical, meron na tayong attributes. Ayun. Okay? Kanina wala sa conceptual, di natin to kailangan. And you have to also indicate the library ID or I'm sorry, the primary key. Okay? So meaning, eto binigay ko lang to example na to para dito sa library. Meron din tayong attributes para sa book, para sa author, and then para sa copy, para sa members, and para dun sa borrow. Okay lang. Ano bang name natin doon? Borrowing? O, balitan na lang natin to. Borrow na lang to. Para mag-match dito. Okay lang? So that is logical. Okay. And last model natin is the physical. Okay? So based on sa entities natin kanina, so these are the entities, library, book, author's copy up to borrowing or borrow. Okay? And then we have here the following attributes. Okay? Pagdating sa physical, okay, ganito lang yon ha. Kunyari, library. Okay? Library entity. Again, huwag kayong malilito. Yung bawat entity na na-create natin sa ERD, ang equivalent ng isa table. So, kapag physical model ang pinag-usapan natin, hindi na natin siya tatawagin. Tatawagin na natin siya table. Okay? The difference between the conceptual and the logical model, okay, sa conceptual at saka sa logical, visible ang relation because there is a line. Okay? But here, for the table, walang line. Okay? So, kunyari ito library, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. 5 yung attributes niya. So, gagawa ka ngayon ng table na it will contains 1, 2, 3, 4, apat lang pala. Okay, library ID, library name, location, and then phone. Okay, so sa books, 1, 2, 3, 4. So, ibig sabihin, apat na columns. Okay, may lang? Okay, kung sa author naman, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 5 columns. Pag sa copy, 1, 2, 3, tatlong columns. Members, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, and so on, so on. Okay lang. Okay, dito sa library at saka sa books na to, okay, compare with the conceptual at saka logical, sabi ko nga, the relationship is visible because of the lines. Pero dito kasi, hindi visible yung lines, kaya there should be a common attribute. Okay? Kaya kanina, I'm sorry, if let's say your father and you, okay, pag kunyari, pag tinanong kung what is the, or if there is a relationship between you and your father, okay, malalaman yun through the, okay, through last name. Kasi similar yung last name ninyo, so meaning, you have a common attributes, so meaning you have a relation. Tama? So yun yung indication na magka-relasyon kayo ng father niya because you have a similar last name. Okay? But for me and you, ano ang magiging indicator na meron tayong relasyon? Okay? So ang indicator natin doon is because of our common attribute, which is the section and the corresponding. You are enrolled in CS or in IT 131L, AM9 or the BM9, and I am assigned to the course IT 131L, AM or BM. So common siya, it means we have a relation. So yung subject ninyo na naka-enroll sa inyo, yun yung subject na naka-enroll.
So yun yung indicator na meron tayong relasyon. At if in case your section is 8 and 10, wala tayong relasyon. Kasi walang naka-assign sa akin na IP 131 LAM. Okay? So meaning in this table, okay, para magkaroon siya ng relationship, there should be a common attribute. And we will be using library ID as a common attribute. Okay? Itong library ID na to, okay, since similar sila, pwede na natin silang i-connect. Kasi similar. Common yung attribute nila. So in this case, kailangan mo rin ma-identify yung tinatawag na parent at saka yung table. Okay, yung parent table, okay, ito yung table na kung saan it contains the primary key which is or the value which is common dun sa both tables, and that value is assigned as a primary key. So kunyari ito, library ID, okay? So kung library ID siya, then this is the primary key for this library, and library ID here is the foreign key for book. Okay? Kung sino yung table or yung entity, okay? Kung sino yung table or yung entity na merong foreign key, ang tawag doon is a child table. At kung sino yung table, okay, na kung saan yung common attribute is a primary key, like for example here, library ID is the primary key, yun yung tinatawag nating parent. Okay? Why we need to identify this parent and this child table? Kasi this is actually essential in determining the integrity of data within the table. Okay, bakit po ganon? Kasi kapag meron ng link, merong relationship na yung table, hindi mo pwedeng basta-basta burahin yung bawat record. Okay, kunyari ito. May link na sila, may relationship na, ito yung parent niya, ito yung child. But then I want to delete all of this. Ito, gusto ko na itong i-delete. Hindi mo ma-delete ito. Kasi, hahanapin siya dito. Eh, merong leave 001 yan eh. Hindi mo pwede siyang i-delete. Kasi naka-refer pa siya sa ibang delete. Okay? So, that is what we call the referential. Pero, kapag ito dinilit ko, it's okay. Kasi this is a child. At wala naman siyang reference. So, walang values dito na related sa book na makikita mo sa library. Nagets po? Pero dito, sa book, ayan o, may values na nakikita sa ibang table. Kaya hindi mo to pwedeng i-delete. Yun yung tinatawag na referential detail. Okay, parang tayo.